You are JFK, a scavenger trying to survive in a post-apocalyptic world by scavenging among the ruins of what is left. Suddenly a voice calls out, "Hey, I found something." A man, with an old raggedy shirt, comes running up to you from behind some rocks. You grab the man by the scruff of his neck and punch him so hard that you hear bones crack. He falls backward onto his back. You then grab his balls and start punching them until they're bloody red and raw. Then you throw the man off of you and run away screaming, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry." You quickly turn around and throw the knife at the man who catches it with ease. You run over to him and kick him in the face repeatedly before throwing another knife at his head. This time he dodges it and kicks you in the stomach, causing you to fall down on your butt. You scream at him, "You're nothing but an innocent little bitch who was trying to leave me alone." The man grabs your legs and throws you against a rock. You cry out in pain and try to crawl away. You laugh and say, "This will teach you to leave me alone." You jump up and swing your sword at the man. His body crumples under your blade. Blood pours down your chest as you feel yourself being torn apart. You scream in agony as you die. Your last words before you died were, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry."
Rise and shine, JFK, rise and shine. The right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world. So, wake up, JFK. Wake up and smell the cum.
You wake up in a coffin, a very large one. You look around and see that you are in an underground dungeon with no exit. The walls are covered with cobwebs and there is a small hole leading outside which looks like it leads to some sort of forest or jungle area. Garfield the cat suddenly appears behind you. He sits next to you and begins to read a book. "Hello?" You smile at him and nod your head in response. Suddenly Garfield stops reading and stares directly into your eyes. He slowly backs off and stands up. He walks over to you and puts his arm around you. He whispers in your ear, "Please don't worry about dying, I'll take care of everything." You begin to cry. You ask Garfield if he resurrected you. "Yes, I did," Garfield answers. "Really? What did you do?" "Well, first I had to get rid of the blood in your mouth, since it would made me sick to eat you after the resurrection." You grab your trusty M60 and aim at Garfield's chest. You fire 967 rounds into Garfield's body. After each shot, you hear a satisfying crackle sound. You feel like you've won the lottery when the gun clicks empty. That was pretty impressive, kid. Garfield smiles and kisses you on the cheek before walking away. You stand there stunned for a moment, but then laugh out loud. The whole thing has been quite amusing. You haven't even killed anyone yet. How strange. "Are you immortal?" you ask. Garfield looks down at his feet and shrugs. "I don't know, maybe." You walk back towards the city center where you see a few people talking and playing cards. You notice that they seem to be having fun, which makes you wonder why you aren't enjoying yourself. The more you think about it, the more obvious it becomes that you should be running for President of the United States. You could use your fame to help rebuild civilization. You head off into the wilderness and begin your journey to becoming the president. You wake up in a cabin with no memory of how you got here. You look around and see that you're lying on a bed made from some sort of green material. There's also an old radio sitting next to you. You pick up the radio and listen to the news.
The rivers do flow from side to side in Saskatchewan and Canada.
It sounds like it came from somewhere in Canada. You get up and head out to find out what happened yesterday. You come across something familiar. A sign says, "Welcome to Canada." You stand up and shout, "Bro, the fuck?" as loud as you can. Everyone looks over at you confused. A couple of kids come out of their house and stare at you in disbelief. They say nothing but continue staring at you. You run towards the kids who were staring at you in shock and yell, "Fuck you. I'm the great and powerful boss here." You just shoot them all. Then you walk back home. Afterwards, you lay down on your couch and go to sleep. The next day, you wake up. You feel really tired, so you decide to go for a walk. After walking along the road for quite some time, you come across a large group of people huddled together in fear. You approach one of the men and ask him what is going on. He tells you that they are being attacked by some sort of mutant. You turn around and as soon as you do, you hear a gunshot, followed by screams from nearby. You quickly get to where the gunshots are coming from. It seems like everyone has been hit by them. Then you see someone getting shot in front of you. You run over to the man and begin shouting, "Odie? Is that you?" He looks at you in disbelief. He says he doesn't recognize you. You explain that you're here to find your sister. Sam suddenly appears behind you and grabs your arm. He asks if you know anything about her whereabouts. "No." You reply. "Well, I'm sure she would want to talk to me." Sans replies. He takes out a small metal box from his pocket and hands it to you. You take it and open it up. "It'll be all better soon," Sans assures you. Suddenly, you feel a force pulling you into the box. You scream and fall to the ground. A few seconds later, you hear a loud explosion, followed by several more explosions. You stand back up and look around. You see many dead bodies and the remains of buildings. There are also other survivors, but they don't seem to be in any condition to fight anymore. You look around for a weapon, but there isn't much here except ammo cans and an old pistol. You grab a nearby rock and throw it at one of the survivors.
Absolutely not.
The survivor dodges and shoots you in the leg. You scream out in pain before falling down. Garfield comes walking up to you. "Hey, what's going on?" You yell angrily, "This guy shot me. Now I'm gonna kill him too." Garfield nods and walks over to you. He puts his gun against your head and pulls the trigger. You let out a yelp of pain as blood pours out of your wound. Garfield smiles and then turns to leave. He stops when he notices you aren't dead yet. You pull out your pistol and shoot Garfield in the chest. You quickly walk towards Garfield and put your gun against his head.
"You fucked up my face."
You shout. "Yeah, well, that was the only way," Garfield says with a smile. You kneel down and begin taking a huge dump on his face. You summon Kermit the Frog, and then you and Kermit set off to exterminate the various factions. You kill many people, but nothing seems to stop you. Eventually, you reach the presidential palace, which is now occupied by a faction called the People's Republic of Canada. You slaughter everyone inside. Suddenly, the furry faction appears outside the presidential palace. You open the door and shoot one of them in the head before he gets close enough to you. Kermit the Frog appears with his AK-47 and shoots the furry faction members. You laugh as you take out another one, then another and another. You shoot the last one in the face. You yell, "Gorillas rule the jungle, not humans."
To all of Canada, I am your new president. Yes, thank you. So, my name is... Can you guys stop clapping? Guys? God damn!
The end.